Namaste, dear students. As usual, first of all, let me welcome you to our English class of grade 10. I hope today also you are ready with your necessary materials. And do you know what are they? Yes, you know. They are your English textbook, notebook, and pen or pencil. And today we are going to begin new thing, new item. So can you tell me what can it be? Yes, you are right. In our previous class, we did the task, for listening skill, speaking skill. Okay, fine. Then we did some task on the grammar 1 and 2. Good job. And today, we are going to begin something new on the, wow, you are right, reading 2. So can you tell me what is there under reading 2? Okay, don't worry. I am here to help you. Okay. So before starting the main text, I want to show you the picture. Okay. And what do you see in the picture there? Yes, you are right. The birds are, flying. Okay. So can you see it clearly? Good. Now, based on this picture, I want to ask you a few questions. So be ready, okay? Now, the first question for you is, have you ever noticed birds and animals migrating to new places? So have you understood this question? Yes. Have you ever noticed the birds, go from one place to another place, new places? Have you noticed? Yes. Have you seen a flock of birds flying in the sky in different shapes, Yeah, it looks very interesting in the sky, So, yes, have you ever noticed? Yes, you have noticed, okay. Now, next question for you again is, why do you think they migrate? Now, what is the reason they go from one place to another place? Why? Oh, yes, you are right. Maybe to find food. Maybe to be safe from weather change. Maybe there can be other reason. Maybe they want to search for their comfortable habitats, natural home, Maybe these are the reasons. You are right. So, based on these questions and answer, I hope you might have guessed what is there on the reading 2, the main text, So, can you tell me? Yes, you are smart. Now, under it, see, our title is Discovering Migration, What Birds Reveal. Now, the birds also go from one place to another place, and the animals also go from one place to another place, even insects, So, why? So, we are going to discover why they go from one place to another place, why they migrate from one place to another place, okay? Is it interesting? And what do you think? Do only human beings go from one place to another place? No, even the birds, even the animals, So it's interesting topic. Okay. So all of you be ready to read now. So today we are going to read the text. And after reading the text, we'll have to do the comprehension task. Alright. So for this one, the first paragraph for you is, so this is reading skill, so you have to read yourself, and I am also here to help you. So let's read together and then we discuss what is the main idea given in this paragraph. Okay, so are you ready for it? Good. If so, let's start. So what's the topic here title? Yes, Discovering Migration, What Birds Reveal. So do you know the meaning of reveal? What do you guess the meaning of this word? Yes, to show, what birds show. Okay. Now, let's start. A snow-covered forest in winter can be a quiet place. In spring, however, this same spot is filled with the chirps, chatter, and calls of birds. So interesting. See, where do they go during the winter? In the past, people used to think that during the winter, birds slept in holes that they dug in the ground. Others thought they hide in the mud on the bottoms of ponds alive, but waiting for spring. So what do you find the main idea here? Now you can find here about weather, spring season, winter season, okay? And what do the birds do in these two different seasons? Okay, we can find a kind of weather in spring season, another type of weather in winter season, and what do the birds do? Can you tell me based on this paragraph? See, in spring, now the same spot is filled with, now snow-covered forest in winter can be quiet, Do you know quiet? Very peaceful, no noisy of the birds, Why? Because the birds cannot come out because of extreme, very much cold for them, That's why the same place becomes very quiet, very peaceful, But if you see in the spring season again, what do you find here? See, the spot is filled with the chops, sound of bird, chee, chee, different sounds of birds, chops, chatter, sound of the birds, and calls of birds. You can find birds come out from their nest, flying here and there, producing different sounds, So very interesting. So have you heard any birds singing, chattering, chopping in the spring season? Yes, like kafalpakyo, cuckoo, koili, these things you can find. And there are so many birds, that produce, that sing in spring season. So it's interesting, see, that's why because of the weather also, it plays the role for the birds and animals to migrate. Okay, now next line, see, in the past, people used to think that during the winter, so what do the birds do? Yes, birds slept in the holes. And where did they dig it? Good job, in the ground. Why? Why do you think they, dug the hole? In the past, see, it is believed, it is said, okay? In the past, people used to think, now, to be safe from, yes, coldness, okay, extreme cold, that's why. Others thought they hide in the mud on the bottoms of ponds, and you can see the pond, okay, pool of water, and there you can see mud, okay. There also they hide. Why? In order to make themselves warm, So it's interesting. This is how they try to protect from coldness, okay. Alive but waiting for spring, and that is how they protect themselves. That is how they save themselves, And in the spring, again, they come out with their chattering, chopping, calling, very interesting. Multicolor birds, So is it interesting for you? So have you got the main idea from this paragraph? Good. So it's about seasons, okay, weathers, and what do the birds do in different weathers. All right, good job. Now, after this one, again, we have another paragraph. So you have to be ready to read it again. See, others claimed that familiar summer birds transformed into other types of birds in the winter. Oh, so interesting. So what do you find? See, some familiar summer birds. So you can find the birds are typically seen in the summer season. It is said that are transformed. What do you mean by transformed here? Yes, changed into other types of birds in the winter. See, it looks like that one. So changed into another form in the winter season, maybe to be safe. Okay. The truth is, in some ways, more incredible. And so, is it credible? Is it believable? So, changing the birds into another type, so it is difficult to believe, impossible to believe, So, this is what, in some ways, more incredible. What birds do during this time is migrate. And what do they do during this time when they have a kind of difficulty because of weather? Yes, the time is to migrate. During that time, they go from one place to another place. Good job. Then see, they fly over land and oceans without a road map or compass to destinations. See, if we want to go to a new place, what do we need? We need to know about the location. We need to know about our new place, So for that one, we can use map, we can use compass. But here, see, they fly over land for a long distance also without a road map, no map, okay? Without compass, see, to destination that are sometimes thousands of miles away. So how far, how long do they fly? Wow, it is difficult to believe. See, sometimes thousands of miles away. Isn't it interesting? Yes, so this is what they do, okay? They fly from one place to another place, and sometimes it can be a long distance. And another interesting thing, even without any road map or any compass to show their location. So have you got the main ideas of this paragraph? Good job. Now after that one, again we can see some highlighted words here. These words might be unfamiliar for you. So let's guess the meaning. I hope you might have already got. So what do you think transformed in this sentence mean? See, that familiar summer birds transformed into other types of birds in the winter. So what does it mean in the context of this sentence? Yes, you are right. Changed into another form. Made a marked change in the form, nature or appearance of, or simply you can understand as changed. Okay, the meaning of transform is changed. Next one, now incredible, in some ways more incredible. What do you think it means? Oh yes, again you are right. Yes, you have perfectly understood the meaning of this word again. Impossible to believe. Okay, now next one is roadmap. What do you mean by roadmap here? Can I show you the meaning? Can you tell me once again? Oh yes, you are right again. That is a map, especially one designed for motorists, showing the roads of a country or area. Okay, looking at that road map, then we can reach to a new place. Is that clear? Now the last word in this paragraph is destinations. So how do you pronounce? Yes, destination. So what does it mean? Good job. Destination means it is our new place where we want to go. Okay, for example, the places to which someone or something is going or being sent. For example, if you are in one part of our country and if you want to go to another place from that part, that becomes your destination. Simply, for example, if you are in Pokhara and if you want to come to Kathmandu, Kathmandu becomes your destination. For example, right now I am in Kathmandu and if I want to go to Kabre Palanchok, Kabre Palanchok is my destination. Is the idea clear to you? Good job. Now, after this again we have another paragraph and that is C. So again what we have to do? Yes, you have to read together with me. Okay, let's start then. Like marathon runners, birds pace themselves so they do not run out of energy before they can land. They are always adjusting speed, height and flight path to account for changing winds. See, they are so wise, you know. So what do you understand from these lines? Like marathon runners. Do you know marathon? Yes, marathon means long distance running. Okay, and at the same time runners also, they have to collect energy in their body, otherwise they cannot run for a long distance. And the birds also do the same activities. What do they do? Can you tell me from these lines? Yes, the birds also pace themselves, you know, they also fly in that pace. Okay, sometimes maybe slowly, sometimes maybe fast, you know. So they do not run out of energy before they can land. So understand, they do not run out of energy. So before they land, they should have energy, because after landing again they should have energy to fly. Okay, that is what they do. They manage, you know. They are always, now what things they do? See, to manage these things, they are always adjusting speed. So if they are in over speed, may be difficult for them. Okay, they cannot flap, they cannot move their wings, you know. And if they do slowly also, they cannot reach their destination in time. That's why they adjust, they manage their speed. And height also. See, what is the height that they are supposed to fly? They manage themselves. And flight path and the way from where they have to fly, this path or this path or that path, you know, this is what they have to manage. Okay, the way from which way they have to fly to their destination. And another thing is that changing winds, you know, moving air, sometimes moving air also disturbs them. That is also what they have to adjust, they have to manage. See, we just think that, oh, that's a bird. Does it have those sort of ideas? See, they manage very nicely. So every living creature has this type of qualities to adjust in their life. Okay, very interesting. Is it interesting? Yes. Now their one weight, weight also, see, they are, concerned about their weight also. Interesting. And storms, very big wind, which can disturb the birds while flying in the sky. In the spring, they retrace their paths back to their summer homes. Wow, what an interesting point here. See, so what do you understand here? To be safe from winter season, they go very far away, to different destination. And when it comes again the spring season, what do? Yes, they come back to their one place. So how do they find the way? How do they know that this is my particular original place? It's very interesting. Okay. Now back to their summer homes. Each fall, you can understand as like spring season, about 5 billion birds migrate south for the winter from North America. So what is the number of birds, that migrate south for the winter from North America? About 5 billion birds. So you can calculate, okay, 5 billions, because you are the students of mathematics too. 5 billion birds, migrate each fall, each spring, Very interesting. What a big number. What a large number of birds, Okay, then nearly all 500 of the 650 species of North American birds migrate. Again, you can find the data here. Nearly all 500 of the 650 species of North American birds migrate. Yet, this is just one small part of the picture. And again, this is just a small part. It means that bigger number of birds, larger number of birds, fly from one part from another part throughout the different parts of the world. And this is just a data from North American birds. Okay, North American birds. So you can understand. Very interesting. Next, more than half of all the bird species in the world, approximately 5,000 species migrate. Now the species, types within the birds, 5,000 species. Okay. Then, and each species is on a different journey. Another interesting thing, do they go to the same destinations? Do they follow the same path or route or way? No. See, each species, 5,000 species, one species, flies one way, another species flies another way. This is what? Different journey, different destinations. So it's very interesting. And another interesting thing is that later in the spring, they come back to their houses, original place. What an interesting, So have you got the idea again in this paragraph? Good. If so, you can see two highlighted words here, maybe unfamiliar for you. So pace, what does it mean? In this context, see, like marathon runners, birds pace themselves so that they do not run out of energy. Pace. For example, sometimes I can walk fast, with stride, long step, sometimes short step. So this is what we can say pace. So if I am in a hurry, then I can take a long step, because I have to reach my destination quickly. But if I have time, if I am leisurely walking, then I can just step slow, short step. Okay, so pace. Now can you tell me the meaning of the word pace here? Yes, you have got a single step taken when walking or running, and in this bird's case, flying. Okay. Now next one is retrace. So if you go to a new place, and can you come back easily to your house again? Maybe difficult, but the birds can do. So what do you mean by retrace? So they know the way. They can come through the same way again back to their original place. So have you got the meaning? Okay, let me show you. Go back over the same route that one had just taken. If I go through this way, reaching my destination, and again if I come back through the same way, that is retrace, finding the same way, without any road map, without any, yes, compass. See what a brilliant bird they are. Okay, so now after this again we have another paragraph. So let's read together. Other animal species also migrate. Now here animal, okay, not only the birds but also the animals migrate, go from one place to another place. including insects. Wow, interesting. Even insects, see, amphibians, okay, reptiles, fish and mammals. I hope you know the meanings of these words because you might have learned in your science subject also. Migration is happening all the time. See, migration going from one place to another, taking place all the time. Hordes of wild beasts arrive every January. See, hordes of means a group of wild animals also arrive every January at green pastures in the southern Serengeti of Africa. So, towards Africa, there are pastures, you know. Do you know the meaning of pastures? Big grassy land where animals come and they can find comfort, okay, for their food and shelter, everything. Now, likewise, swarms of tree-tailed bats arrive each March to caves in Texas. Now, bats, it's a kind of bird, you know. We say chomera, yes. So, arrive each March to caves in Texas. There are caves in Texas, okay, a city of America, and bats also migrate there. Northern forest seals gather on Alaskan islands each June. So, you can find again northern forest seals, a kind of creature, okay. They also gather on Alaskan islands each June. What is the month? June, okay. In September, now Chinook salmon swim up rivers in Washington state. Now salmon, fish also, they also migrate, see, swim up rivers in Washington state. It means that what you have to understand, even aquatic animals live in water also migrate. Interesting. If you are in the right place at the right time, you can witness these amazing journeys, you know. So sometimes you can get an opportunity, a chance to observe, to look at, to watch these animals, you know. So you can get a chance, okay, if you are in the right place. Then 8, no matter where you live, you can see some birds migrating. In fact, much of what we know about migration comes from studying birds. And simply in winter season, in spring season, you know, you can just come out of your house and if you look at the sky, you can see a flock of birds, you know, flying there in different shapes. So from there also, what you can say, they are going from one place to another place. Simply, you can observe, you can watch from your house also, okay. So don't miss this opportunity. Now, I hope you might have got the ideas of this paragraph. So here are given the name of animals, the insects, you know, then fish, and you have to find out the time and where do they go, their destinations, okay. These things you can find in this paragraph. Now again we have here highlighted words, and the first one is pastures. What does it mean? P-A-S-T-U-R-E-S. How do you pronounce? Pastures. So what does it mean? Oh yes, it's a big, you know, grassy land. Land covered with grass and other low plants suitable for grazing animals, especially cattle or sheep. Okay. So simply you can understand a large area covered with grass, or you can say grassy land suitable for the animals. Now next one is witness. You have got. So from your house also you can witness the birds flying. So what does it mean? Yes, you have got me, you know, a person who sees an event happening, especially a crime or an accident here. But here you can witness used as a verb, okay, action word, to see, to watch, you know. So got it? Good job. After this, again you can see another paragraph. So here, now read together. Not all birds travel from north to south. Some travel east to west. So another interesting. Do they travel? Do they migrate only towards the same direction? No. It says that they do not only travel from north to south. Even they travel from east to west. See? East to west direction. Okay. White-winged scoters are diving ducks. Now you can understand this is name of the bird. White-winged. This bird has, you know, white wings. Seto pankheta bhayeko. Okay. Scooters are diving ducks. They dive, you know. So it is like a duck. Okay. Duck category bird. They can stay underwater for up to a minute to grab selfies. Wow. Another interesting fact about this bird. See, white-winged scoters, what can it do? Now you can see it can stay underwater. See, inside the water. Up to, what is the period of time? Up to a minute, up to 60 seconds, up to 1 minute, you know. For why? Yes, to grab, to catch shellfish from the ocean. See, everyone has to struggle in life for survival, and the birds have to also do the same thing. So this type of bird dives into the ocean, can remain inside the water for 1 minute, up to 1 minute, and just to what? Grab. Yes, what is the name of aquatic animal here? Shellfish, to have. See, very interesting. Now floor, okay. In the summer, they live near ponds and lakes in Alaska and western Canada. In summer season, they just live near ponds so that they can find shellfish, maybe fish, and it will be easier for them to eat. Okay. Now, next one. In the fall, they fly to milder conditions on the Pacific and Atlantic coast where there is less snow. And during, this season, they go to this place so that they will have less snow and they can be safe from their coldness. That is how they try to protect. That is how they try to save themselves. Okay. Now, other migrants do not travel very far for a big difference in climate. See, other migrants means other birds are also there, but they do not travel very far for a big difference in climate. Okay. Instead of going north or south, they travel up and down. So interesting. Some of the birds do not go from one direction to another direction. Instead, what do? Can you tell me? Yes, you are right. They go up, they go down, and that is how they try to save from cold or from different weathers. Interesting, see? It means that all the birds don't go from one direction to another direction, but they just manage their height, sometime up, sometime down. That is how they manage, they adjust. Okay, interesting, see? Mountain birds such as brindled titmice and mountain chickadees migrate about 1000 feet to lower elevations. So you can find these are the names of the birds, and this is what they do. They go up, they go down, but not one direction to another direction. They move from high altitude evergreen forest to wooded valleys and streams. So this is about height, okay, from high altitude to low, okay, elevation. That is how they manage, and that is how they protect themselves from different weathers. So here also you can find there are given different birds and how do they protect themselves from different weathers here. So interesting. In your free time, you just underline the different name of the birds and what do they do, okay? Or you can categorize the name of birds who go from one direction to another direction and who go sometimes up and down, okay? That's what you can do. Is it clear to you? Good. Now, again you can see, so grab, G-R-A-B, grab. What does it mean? Can you tell me? Yes, you are right because you have understood very well, okay? Grab means grabs or seize suddenly and roughly or snatch or forcefully take something. So here what do these, let's say white-winged scouters do? They dive, and forcefully they catch, they take shellfish from the ocean floor. Interesting, So now next one is elevations. Elevations means height above a given level, especially sea level, okay? Height, elevation, come up, Now, again another paragraph we have, see. Let's read together. Even within a bird species, some birds may migrate while others do not. This is called partial migration. So all the birds may not travel, okay? So this is, you can say, partial migration. Robins are a sign of arrival of spring in northern states. This name of bird, again, because they migrate south during the cold winter months, but some robins live year-round in the south. Some bird species migrate to one non-stop trip. Others stop along the way. Sea terns cannot rest for long on the water during their flights over oceans because they become waterlogged, because they get more water there, and if their bodies get more water, then they cannot fly properly. That's why they cannot live for a long, okay? For most birds, though, non-stop travel is unusual, okay? It is much more common for birds to stop along the way to rest and refuel. Even a small cluster of bushes with berries can provide crucial energy for birds on the move. Birds may stay at stopover points for a few days or a few weeks, depending on how much energy they need. Interesting. See, so here the birds are given and what do they do? Okay, different things. So you have to be based on other paragraphs and generate the ideas from this paragraph. Okay, now again we have waterlogged. So I suggest you to write down the words meanings in your notebook. Saturated with or full of water, getting water, soak. Refuel, supply with more fuel. Okay, next one, cluster, a group of similar things or people positioned or occurring closely together. Okay, similar type of things if we have together. And next one is crucial, decisive or critical, especially in the success or failure of something, or you can simply understand very important. Okay, now stopover, a break in a journey. Okay, while traveling, after traveling for a long time, we get tired, at that time we take a rest. So break in a journey. Now after this, again another paragraph, so you might have understood. So let's read it together again. They might also wait for better weather or wind conditions for the next leg of their journey. So this is all about weather. Some layover sites attract huge crowds of migratory birds. A 75-mile stretch of the Platte River in Nebraska is a gathering spot for up to 9 million birds each spring. So you can find this data. Okay, you can just write it down in your notebook later in your free time. They stop to feed in the fertile wetlands along the river. Almost all of the world's sandhill cranes, numbering about 5 lakhs, spend about 6 weeks on the Platte River. Mostly they eat corn, okay, which quickly adds fat and gets them ready for the rest of their migration. Once the cranes have fed and rested, they continue their northward migration to Canada, Alaska, and Siberia. Some birds take long, perilous journeys to reach their destinations. Many dog species and waterfowls travel from Siberia to Nepal to avoid cold. So these all things are just to avoid, okay, cold. So this is what you can find. And again we have some meaning. Leg, each of the limbs on which a person or animal walks and stands. So what is layover? A period of rest or waiting before a further stage in a journey. Next one, perilous, full of danger or risk, and then again another paragraph. Now this is the last paragraph of our today's reading skill. Okay, so let's read without any delay. The migrating birds may travel during the day. See, migrating birds may travel during the day, at night, or both. Ducks, geese, and swans travel during the day and at night. So some birds only daytime, some birds only nighttime, but some birds both travel day and night. Okay, interesting another thing. Some birds that travel during the day can feed while flying because they can see the insects. Okay, so while flying, when they find insects in front of them, they can eat. Swallows and swift, these are name of the birds. For example, feed on flying insects while they travel because in the daytime they can see. Okay. In contrast, most songbirds feed and rest during the day and travel at night. So they take a rest, during the daytime, but they travel at night. It is thought that cooler and less windy conditions at night make for better flying. Why? What is the reason? They like to fly at night. Yes, because during the daytime it can be hotter, because of the sun, and at night they can find cool weather. Okay, next thing is that windy condition. In the daytime there can be more wind, but at night there can be less wind. So because of this reason they prefer flying at night. Hidden in the night sky, the birds are almost invisible. We cannot see the birds, because of darkness. Okay, except for all the chattering, but we can hear the sound of the birds, producing bird sound. Only when songbirds pass in front of the moon, they are visible, and when there is moonlight and if they fly over there, we can see the birds there in the light of the moon. Interesting. Okay, sometimes you have to observe at night also. In fact, moon watching is a way of counting how many migrants travel at night, and while you are watching, looking at the moon, at the same time you can count the birds, how many of them are flying from one place to another place. Interesting. Then during migration season, a moon watcher may see as many as 200 birds an hour. So if you want to love, watching the moon at that time, during migrating time, you can find let's say 200 birds per hour moving, flying from one place to another place, going to new destinations to be saved from different weathers. So have you got the ideas? Good job. See, in this our today's reading text, we have understood that different birds and their way of migration from one place to another place in order to be saved from different weathers. Okay, and this text is taken from Animal Behavior by Gretel, written. Okay, so you can read again in your free time. Dear students, we have come to the end of our today's class. I hope you might have understood. And songbirds, it's very simple. So please read it once in your free time at your home. Now finally, I have a task for you that you have to do at your home. Use these words in your one sentences. Okay, and the words for you are pastures, elevations, refuel, layover, songbirds, crucial, and stopover. Okay, don't forget to make meaningful sentences using these words. Now it's all for today. Have a wonderful time. Goodbye.